You know, I've been thinking about something lately, and it's about this idea that helped me achieve my dreams so far. And I keep realizing that every time I push through long periods of work with no reward, my life just keeps getting better. But it doesn't just get a bit better, it gets a lot better. And I think anyone can use this ideal to become unstoppable. I think it's a concept that can really help people improve their lives too, which is why I want to make this video about it. What do you think? Alright, so we just got to a new Airbnb. It's been a very intense week of shooting here in Cape Town. I had a lot of fun, but at the same time I really needed a day off, so yesterday I was finally able to take a day off. And I think it's important that if you're like me and you're always working, you're never taking days off, that you do take a day off once or twice a month. Because you need those moments to reassess if the work that you're doing still aligns with the goals that you have, and that the goals that you have still align with who you are. And during this time I was thinking about two things really. So recently someone actually commented on my video that they think that my videos aren't personal, that they're not tangible, and that they're not reachable. And I kind of understand what they're saying, so I want to thank this person for that feedback. Because if I look at other creators, I want to get to know them, I want to understand them, what their goals are, where they're heading, what their journey is, and I want to connect with them. And I really want to start doing the same thing now. I want to share more of who I am. And the reason why I've never done that is because I always had this approach where I would just share a curated version of myself, the perfect version of myself, and I wouldn't really show the other side. And then on the other hand, I was thinking about one key concept that keeps coming back in my life, which is the concept of delayed gratification, where you might have a period in your life where you're working on something for a very long time without any positive feedback so far. For example, when I started out with filmmaking, it was truly a 4-year journey where there were no returns, there were no rewards. I was working a job I didn't like for 2 years first, and then I finally started filmmaking when I got my camera and some savings to travel. And then it was another 2 years of just working paycheck to paycheck. But then finally afterwards it paid off. But right now I'm in the same stage again, where I'm working on 2 software companies and a course. And I've been working on this for 1.5 years now without seeing any results. So that's why I want to share these themes that I re-encounter in my life, because if I'm finally able to grasp my mind around them and I'm able to go against them and overcome them, then I can share these insights with you. And I feel like every time I try to go against this principle, I'm constantly reminded of the fact that if you're trying to build something big, the bigger it is, the more time it takes. And that in the end you just need to be patient. I think we all reach a point now and then when we ask ourselves, is this even worth it?
Yes, Kai, good to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
Nice.
How's it going?
Good, good. I'm ready.
I think the real answer depends on what game you're playing. When we have big, real, meaningful goals, they require more than just effort. For me, they always demand focus and obsession even. And this is why I do what I do. It's why I started making a course documenting every single step involved in my YouTube process. Is why I'm building 2 software companies with my partners with the goal to help tens of thousands of users. And it's why I go on hikes with deadly snakes just to see great views.
Looking forward to the sleeping part, because we don't have any tents, no mattresses.
Yo, is there snakes gonna be up here? I don't think so. And there are times when people ask me, why aren't you at the parties? And why can't you just be normal? And the real answer for me right now, if that is being normal means that, I don't want to be normal. I want to build with people that inspire me. I want to be outdoors, and I want to keep doing what I love. Okay, the views are getting absolutely incredible now. Shit, dude. Many times there are these goals that I want to achieve. Like for example, the software companies, they take around 2 years to even build, and then everything starts. So it feels like I'm doing a lot of work as well as my partners, but we haven't really seen the results from those yet, because it just takes a lot of time to build a really good software company. But I feel like it's also a good thing, because at the same time we are playing a long game doing this. Even when I started with filmmaking, I feel like I was playing a long game because it took 3 years to finally get good. I feel like sometimes people, they might see others and they might see them take the easy route, and then sometimes it might work for them. And then they might start wondering like, can I also take a shortcut, or would it really be that bad? And I've also had those thoughts, but I don't think it will ever work. I think you always gotta play the long-term game, and it just requires obsession. I think whenever I am doing something, I do it fully with 100% focus. And then what did happen to me sometimes is that people would call me out and they would say like, why are you always thinking about work? Why are you always so focused? But I think that is what it actually takes. So I don't know, I was just wondering what you think about this, because obviously you're now also a filmmaker, you do a lot of great freelance projects. So I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, so let's say I make something, I edit something, doesn't get the views, doesn't get the traction, but I still enjoy the process of making it. I think enjoying that process can sometimes be more fun than the outcome, you know?
For years, I've used YouTube as a way to share my thoughts, and I think Joshua is right. For me, filmmaking is the art where music, sound, visuals, dialogue, ideas, and stories come together. And I, for example, love it when I find the perfect song that conveys a certain emotion or part of my film for me. And therefore, usually on Artlist, I love to alternate between different categories for it. This is what really helps me guide the emotion of the viewer. I, for example, try to alternate between songs that are calm and songs that carry more suspense. So tools like Artlist help me find songs with ease that fit the story and the moments, rather than editing the visuals to the song. So if you want to do the same and get access to their huge library of music, sound effects, LUTs, templates, AI voiceover, and more, then make sure to check the link in the description to get 2 months off for free. So lately I've been freediving, and here progress is never a straight line. And it always reminds me a bit of chasing something bigger than myself, like a dream or a goal. And that idea of pushing through and sticking with it somehow always connects me to those who live the same. So Bryn, like, when you started, did it take you long to get jobs as a filmmaker and to really be able to live off filmmaking? Or was it rather quickly for you?
At first you just start because you're intrigued, you're excited about this new medium, and the idea of even making a living off it at first seems so far-fetched. When you eventually get to the point, like maybe you are and maybe myself in my career, where you start to choose the jobs that you want to do rather than just having to do a job because you need to do it to pay the bills. And I think that's the goal that we're all sort of striving for, is to get to the point where it's like, I want to go out there, yes, make a living, but be so stoked that I'm doing what I'm doing as a job.
And in the end, for me, it's not only about the payoff. I think it's even more about the person that you become along the way. I want to become someone that trusts the process. I want to become one that sticks to their vision. And I want to become someone that pushes through even when it becomes difficult. If you're out there grinding towards your own dreams and it feels like it's taking forever, then hang on. And you will realize that in the end, every step and every problem will turn you into the person that you need to become.